Hey guys, Brittany here. Star Wars. Okay, sorry. Hi. Based on this title, guys, if you have not seen the animatic already, I want you to stop what you're doing, go onto the original channel to watch the animatic first, and then come here and watch my reaction. Link to that is in the description and in the comment section. By the time you watch this, I really hope you already seen its animatic. I'm so excited. The rewrite of Skywalker, I am so excited. My good friend, Nathan, I love you so much. I'm so proud of you and all your hard work. I know you had a lot of sleepless nights over this, and I know that you poured your heart and soul into this, so I'm so excited to see this. Basically, guys, I'm fucking stoked. Nathan and I had in-length conversations when we both saw Skywalker, and let's be real, guys. For those of you guys, we all are Star Wars fans, and I know everyone has different opinions on how the series ended, and yeah, everyone has different views on how they wished that Skywalker would have ended, and as a series as a whole, and you can have those opinions but still love Star Wars, so let's all accept that we all are Star Wars fans, and the fact that people can feel so passionately about something, whether it's negative or positive, that just shows what kind of a passion fans that we are. But let's all do it respectfully. So Nathan and I had a similar version about like how we wanted and wished Skywalker would have ended. And then Nathan wrote this script. It was on his Twitter for a while. He wrote this script on what he viewed, how he wanted the series to end. And I read it and I'm like, holy fuck. That's amazing. That's so much better. I felt like it was a better ending to it. And obviously some people may disagree, but that's the beauty about it. Anyways, I felt like it was amazing. And then this turned into... Nathan just stepped up in such an astounding way. He learned how to do animations, and he made this animatic for it. And I'm so fucking stoked, because that's so amazing. And I can't even begin to fathom how much work that he's put into it. It's about to start. It's 2 o'clock. The countdown is going. Okay, so I'll wrap this up. Guys, I'm so excited. Nathan, thank you so much. If you guys are watching this by now, I don't know if you recognize my voice, but I did voice someone in it, and if you haven't watched it yet, first of all, go to the animatic and watch it first, then come here. If you watched that animatic and haven't picked up who I voiced, which character I voiced, stay tuned. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I really hope I did a good job. I'm so sorry if I butchered this.
The smoke clears the chamber over our fallen heroes. Out of the mist walks the vile Sith Lord, power and appearance restored.
Look what you have made.
His followers rise from their seats, chanting the ancient words of the Sith. Praise to the one true Emperor.
I gotta pause. Holy shit. Holy shit. I gotta... Already good. Nathan's narrating. Got it.
Palpatine basks in the cheers of his rebirth, but only for a moment. Breathing heavy, Ben Solo gives all of what little strength remains, struggling to his feet. Palpatine, taking notice, suspends young Solo midair. Frustrated by the defiance of his bloodline, he will take no more.
As once I fell, so falls the last Skywalker.
One final pushback, Ben is sent through the chamber, struggling defensively, knocked into the cliffside. He is lost in the shroud of lightning and mist.
Fear that feeble attack, my faithful.
This was it. Nearly a century in the making. Palpatine has harnessed such immense strength, he knew there was no stopping him now.
Nothing will stop the return of the Sith.
He raised his hands to the sky where the final stand of the galaxy raged on.
This looks good.
Control. Power. A blast so huge and blinding erupted the ears of all the earth. A storm cast across the night sky, stunning any small transports, cruisers, and light fighters. The ships in the air began to sink through the atmosphere. With a cackle so sinister, so full of pure joy, Palpatine continued to unleash his power on the galaxy as he had always done. Barely clinging to life, Rey turned onto her back, seeing the hell the Emperor is releasing upon the fleets. Tears fall from her stunned gaze. All hope was lost. The war is lost. Just then, a moment of clarity. Past the destruction, past the screams, beyond the electric storm, A strong presence calls out.
Be with me.
A scarred hand reaches over the ledge,
Be with me.
pulling himself up with every fiber of his being.
Be with me.
Ben Solo breathes heavy, collapsed to the ground, gazing upon the storm, but is called past it. A moment of clarity in the stars. Relief. Peace.
Ray. Ben.
Ben. Ray.
Side by side, Rey and Ben remain tuned to the voices of the Jedi.
As it guided us.
They regain their breath, shifting in their place.
Let it lift you.
Collectively, their hands hit the ground.
We stand by.
A surge of inspiration pouring in, using what strength they have left to get to their knees.
The heart of a Jedi lies in their strength.
To their feet, they
Oh, I found
stumble,
Jordan.
hands still holding them up. A calming presence passes over them. Through all the Jedi's chants, the voices they know best.
Ray, the Force will be with you.
Always. Pushing off the ground, their lightsabers stumble across the ground, into the air, taking their place in the firm grip of their masters.
This was what should have happened!
Rey and Ben stand blades to their sides, looking to one another. The time is upon them to stay.
They represent the light and the dark you needed because
Turn their
it's
attention to the
balance.
Sith Lord, blades up, ready. Palpatine releases his flow of energy to the fleet, taking notice of the two Jedi. Angered, he stands from his throne.
Let your death be the final word in the story of rebellion.
He raises his hands, unleashing the fury of all his hatred. On the defense, Rey and Ben block an attack from each hand, struggling in place as Palpatine moves closer from the throne. The blast intensifies as Rey and Ben step a little closer together.
You are no match for the power in me.
The power surges stronger. The blast is almost too much. Almost.
I am all the Sith.
Now move together, shoulder to shoulder. Rey and Ben know in this moment they are strongest together.
And we.
Firm grasp on the defense. Ben sees his window. Are all the Jedi. Maintaining the focus of lightning, Ben swings his saber, locking his blade with Rey's, not as enemies, as allies. The power in their stance unsettles Palpatine. Rey and Ben begin to march closer, feeling the presence of all the Jedi before them. They begin to see the fear in Palpatine's eyes. Palpatine sees the vague image of his former rivals becoming more solid. All the ones he had a hand in killing in some form or another stood against him,
Whoa!
glaring into his very soul. They all know, the Jedi and Palpatine alike,
Look at that!
this is truly his end. Rey and Ben redirect the lightning into Palpatine himself. In the time Master Windu once did the same, Palpatine took all he could, but now, even regaining much of his strength from the young Jedi that stand before him, his own might was too much for him to bear. Emphasizing their blockade further, Palpatine begins to wither, his skin flying away as the shell it was. What stood all these years was the husk of a man that once was human. Now, a vile being so corrupted by hatred and greed for over a century, all that remained within was purely rotten and unnatural. They pushed back one final time, generating a surge so powerful, Palpatine let out his final scream before erupting into a blast so mighty it disintegrated the Sith throne and surrounding statues, crumbling them to crush all his followers that surrounded. In the distance, the final Order's lead destroyer fell, the enemy was trapped, and the war was won. The smoke cleared the chamber. Rey and Ben looked at all the destruction. Exhausted and faint, they dropped their sabers and simultaneously fell to the ground, barely clinging to life. They both anticipated this to be the end. Ben looked to his right. A scavenger, heart full of love and kindness, everything he wishes to be. Rey looked to her left, a man broken, abandoned, abused, full of regret and hatred for only himself. The two sat up across from one another. Ben took Rey's hand into his, closing his eyes to transfer the life he had left to her. Rey grabbed his other hand and pulled it away. They sat there, hands together. Ben could see in Rey's eyes the forgiveness he always needed. Rey saw that forgiveness in Ben's eyes for himself and smiled. A tear fell from his eye, finally at peace with someone in the galaxy he cared for. Their bond was stronger than anything in the galaxy, within the Force and outside it. Their eyes still locked, Rey thought back to the hut on Octo, where they confided in each other. Even when Ben didn't know the full truth, no matter where his allegiance lied, he was there for Rey. She was empty and alone, or so she thought. Ben reassured her then, just as he did for her now. He always wanted her to have a life of purpose and peace. Ben thought back to the elevator on Snoke's ship. Rey openly came for him. She always saw the light within. She saved him then against the guards, but it's now, in this moment, for the first time, he feels safe. He doesn't forgive himself for betraying her then, but he hopes to never hurt her again from now on.
Ben.
Rey. This was the moment they saw. In their journey, the Force brought them together, but it was their trust, their love for each other, that will keep them together. All they've done, all this time, their journey across the stars had led them to this embrace.
Yes! What should have happened?
A kiss, one with so much passion, full of relief and peace. Rey smiled, happy but unsure of Ben's state. Ben smiled for the first time in years. After so long, he was finally...
Okay, I know some of you guys don't ship it, but I do. I'm trash. I'm aware.
Time would progress. Rey returned to the fleet, embracing Finn, Poe, and Rose. She would continue the final roundups of the war and continue along her Jedi path. Ben remained in hiding. After all that went on in the galaxy, he no longer had the luxury of knowing many people, but he was used to that. As it stood, he only ever needed one person from now on. Lando was set to retire from the life of smuggling and the war. He knew just where to go.
Lando looks awesome!
Rey, can I see you a moment?
Rey finished packing her belongings and approached Lando.
Look, my time here is long over with. My flying days are certainly over now. You know, I've been planning to take off to...
I knew today would be the day.
You did? Oh, of course you did. Anyway, I'm heading out with Chewie, and he tends to do better in the co-pilot position. Don't tell him I said that. Would you mind accompanying us? I'd like to know the Falcon is in safe hands. It does take two.
Absolutely.
Rey, Lando, Chewbacca, and BB-8 embarked on their trip. Once they arrived, Rey directed them to certain way. She was uneasy as to how this would go, and Lando was confused as to her plan. They all exited the Falcon and made their way a few yards ahead. A small hut resided within the Blue Forest.
Chewie, stay calm, okay? Please.
Rey approached the hut and pulled back the curtain. Out stepped Ben, who was apprehensive of this entire reunion. Lando saw Ben and gave him a stern glare before approaching him.
So, you still got that blaster I gave you?
Uncle Lando,
Come on, enough of that. You know, after all the time, no matter how much Leia said she knew, she never gave up on you.
Ben gave a look of remorse.
And I know how proud she'd be to see you now.
Chewbacca approached Ben. Ben was honestly frightened, knowing how emotional Chewbacca can be. The Wookiee grabbed Ben and growled, goodness. Lando waved from the ground as the Falcon took off. Ben hadn't been on the Falcon for ages. He was overcome with memories of his family both before his time and during. Rey and Ben approached the cockpit where Chewbacca was. He let out a growl to Rey that made her smile. Rey turned the chair next to Chewbacca and offered it to Ben. He was taken aback for a moment, but didn't hesitate. Let's see how well she's held up. The ship jumped to light speed and was lost to the starfield. A blue sky, clouds, just before sunrise. The Falcon's engines roared over the sandcrawler. Rey and Ben walked down the ramp and looked on in the distance. They began walking as BB-8 watched on. The Lars homestead. What once housed their late Jedi Master was now engulfed from years of sandstorms. In her scavenger nature, Rey took an old piece of metal and slid down the slope of sand. Ben watched on amused. Rey saw into where Luke used to sleep, almost seeing the young Jedi clear as day. Rey found an old cloth and brought it back up to Ben. On the open cloth, Rey rested her master Leia's lightsaber. Next to it, Ben rested the legacy lightsaber once belonging to Luke and Anakin Skywalker. Rey folded the cloth and tied the sabers. Together, Rey and Ben closed their eyes and pushed the weapons deep within the sand where their family's journey began so long ago. Rey lifted her staff and held the other end to Ben. He took hold and turned, disconnecting the staff in two. They raise their hilts and turn their switches, igniting the blades. Ben, standing with his blue blade, like his mother and grandfather before him. Rey, standing with her yellow blade, pure of light always in the darkest of times. Their attention is taken by the horizon. In the desert haze, a faint blue figure stands. No, two figures. Luke Skywalker and Leia Organa Skywalker. The two Force beings smile on at their pupils, knowing they will pass on the teachings of peace and prosperity to the galaxy. With a smile on their faces, BB-8 rolls up behind them, projecting the plans to construct a new school. Learning from their mistakes and flawed path, it was finally time for the Jedi to end and begin anew. An era focused purely on the true balance of the Force. All who trained at the Academy would follow the teachings of Ben and Rey Solo, becoming not a Jedi, but a Skywalker.
Cheese and rice! Oh my god. Yeah, it's me! Good job, Nathan. Brianna! Anthony, oh my god, yes, 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 yes. What's up, Jaden? Is that it? Is that it? Ah! Damn! Like... Okay, I knew that this was gonna be good. But I wasn't, honestly, I didn't know what I was expecting going in. But I am very impressed. I am very impressed. Yeah, no, I was definitely very impressed. Nathan, you outdone yourself. I didn't know going in what it would be, but I enjoyed it. I really did like this animatic. The description's beautiful. I feel like this was more of a justified ending than anything else. Yeah, I really did feel like this was amazing. This was amazing. Hi, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm speechless. I really don't know what else to say. It was... This should have been the ending, or at least a ending. If you guys feel like different, then let's have a healthy conversation about that in the comment section. But damn, Nathan, you worked your fucking ass off for this. All the characters look great. The drawings looked great. I can't even fathom to begin to do like a quarter of what you accomplished in this, but I'm very proud of you. I'm so excited. This is amazing. And as you guys saw, I was Rey. Ah! Guys, I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Comment below your guys' thoughts. What did you like? What did you dislike? I really hope you guys enjoyed. Nathan, I hope you're proud of yourself, because you should be. Okay. Alright. I'll see you guys next time.